Sullivan Barrera. Dmitry Bivol.
Good luck. Touch him up.
For several years in both of his last two fights, Roy Jones, against
after he gets out of that first round danger
of not getting hit or caught with a big shot early in this fight against.
Makes a lot of sense. The only difference in any opponent Bivol has seen to this.
They also he's the bigger puncher, and you're the bigger puncher doesn't mean that.
And that may play in his favor.
Type punches. When he hits you, your whole body jolts.
Of the heavily populated light heavyweight division. One of the reasons why Sergey Kovalev is considered and beat him 3 of the 4. That had to be Adonis Stevenson, a guy who has been on a global level. That is Adonis Stevenson.
And that was some really good stuff for an up-and-coming prospect.
Potential to emerge as a sort of light heavyweight Gennady Golovkin.
About him though, Jim, is he does more step back.
And now a sense of urgency may emerge for Bivol as
so I think he's a little bit more diverse.
A power boxer puncher, but you know we wanted questions answered about Bivol already.
His right eye. Never been
kind of punching I'm seeing from Bivol.
Title belt he wanted to try to fight for tonight. He chose to fight via headbutt.
The referee didn't declare.
Guys, anyway,
in the first 2 rounds, Bivol is spectacular amateur career for Bivol. 2 wins and 15 losses. Around the division average is under 5 landed jabs.
He comes back and attacks with counter punches. That's the
to play defense with his legs and get this like that, and the right hand, even had it landed, wouldn't have landed with much.
Dmitry Bivol looks really good with his 1-2.
To Roy's point, you're right.
Wow. Blood flowing again. Fighter than he's been in with before, and trying to take over facing a certain kind of adversity.
Because both guys are putting a lot into every.
Experienced. Why do they keep banging heads like that?
Because both
appears to be holding his game together coherently. Offense here in this round. Already
head, shoulders, everything is coming forward.
Always our unofficial ringside scorer Harold Letterman hanging landing combinations.
You've made the point often, Jim.
Right jab, he throws a lot of good combinations. Oh, Jim, I'm really impressed. He's a really good fighter.
He lands another left hook that wobbles Barrera.
This has been a really good fight, but you feel like
there's both shots. He lands the left jab, he lands the straight right hand.
Yeah, Sullivan is showing a good jump there, sturdy, handling big punches when he
positioned in front of him. So if Barrera was smart, because Bivol is so much quicker than him, is going to bite.
His much faster hands could counter him upstairs.
Jim, if you throw at his head, he's still like that right there. It doesn't matter.
At least gives him a chance to win.
And that's what the body shot would do if he could do that.
In boxing, it's just the way it works, because it's a
Barrera. So Barrera's already lost the jabbing contest. Tilt the fight in his favor via count before he left the corner.
That was a good body shot. Over with. No wasted time. Wasted time.
He lands his left hook.
What I like about Bivol,
heads clashed in the first round. Is just under control.
No, he's not.
He's a sharp puncher, but
within the past couple
division, because Bivol has had to
get a look just to size him up. Quite might have been on the belt line. That was against all of his other opponents. Like
he did eat it, but I don't know how well he ate it.
Did per round, so obviously he's having a harder time mounting.
Or sitting ducks or still targets. When you fight a guy like Bivol,
but Bivol, you see, has maybe one of the most underrated skills in boxing.
That ultimately they quit on their stools. Stepping around you, low. Another. Now this time Barrera gets the right hand through to the body.
And round with a right hook upstairs in the pocket and kind of at the end of the combination.
That's why Bivol lands the straight right again.
Good one here and there, but their punches for the most part are about even.
I say the right hand was pretty good. Now there Barrera throws.
There's a little given Barrera.
Good body shot
moments ago. Maybe his best body shot. So in terms of landed punches counted by compute.
It's all Dmitry Bivol. 60-54 Dmitry Bivol.
Would he construct a knockout?
Well, winning the decision, he is a very compact puncher. He's got tight punch.
Oh, good shot. Right hand shot.
How bad does Barrera want it? Because if he wants to got him out of position to be countered.
It's in a real fight.
No, they've all been walkovers by and large. And still going forward.
Because he still can win it if he wants. We've never seen.
Bivol might have been slowing down a little bit in the last round. I beg to differ based on what I saw.
That was a good try for a good right hand to the
Hard right hand in the main event against Igor Mikhalkin.
So, man.
Yes, it looks like
A pretty good jab. How big a problem is it? There are 4 more rounds to go.
tested physically in a way.
Bivol's speed has neutralized that jab. Not only that, but
And Harvey Dock, with his body language, suggested that but it can't feel good for Bivol. Don't see many 175-pound fighters who can put punchier, faster, seemingly better fighter. It makes
feel too bad either, though.
and the style and the effect that the
Jim, he's using it to
last several fights.
I like that.
His jab. Barrera's landed 5 jabs in the whole.
A few right hands to the body for a second. He threw 2 or 3
Here, and isn't time in the fight that I think appears to try to get just a little breather in round.
Oh, and now he comes back with a hard right hand of his own.
Bivol's speed has neutralized that jab. Not only that, but
I've told you that Sullivan Barrera has a pretty good jab. How big's Kellerman correct in saying that the
Tested by punches so much, but still, Cuttle being tested physically in a way.
all that means if he walks away with a win, useful if
feel too bad either, though.
just don't see many 175-pound fighters who can put puncher, faster, seemingly better fighter. It may change the style and the effect.
The velocity is right, Jim.
Again, tripling Barrera's last several fights.
I like.
Pace just a little bit here, and isn't right hand. You'd better, or I'm going to keep coming.
Good jab by a few right hands to the body for a second. He threw 2 or 3.
Him, upright in this fight. Yeah, but Barrera's done his damage with his head. But against Bivol,
Few rounds that no other opponent he's
He fought in the middle of the round, but
7 out of 469. Harold Letterman, how do you?
combinations. 9-0, Dmitry Bivol.
to yet another important, no matter how good a prospect looks. In terms,
Are going to be a problem for Just Fight.
So we can see, Roy Jones, that Bivol's physical qualities.
He, in round 6, 7, and 8, he slowed just to.
Technique or mental approach to make it better.
You got to learn how to take that same precision and sharp.
Confidence.
Yeah, that adds an extra layer of confidence because now you know that I will go home and work on.
Because
fighting
with
an
standing,
opponent-
he went from boxer puncher who might knock you out, less dangerous with the shots.
Yes.
so maybe body shots are for another night.
Taking place too, Jim. It's not smart for him to stick his head in.
To be there, that's your problem.
I just think that's just.
Presents modestly, Max, but at the end of the day,
Shows humility, but you know he's confident had he just blown Barrera out. But we'd know left to still be developing.
he didn't try to tell Andre.
There's still room for improvement, but
Good 600.
listen, you know for how many years you turn on
Bivol.
Yes.
Perfectly timed.
And I asked Bivol in the meeting, I said, we always talk
To boxing world.
it also tells you if
Or as amateurs, do you folks in Russia?
American champions, we have to get our amateur. Oh, down goes Barrera.
Is Harvey Dock going to let him continue? No.
Champion of the world, Bivol!